Chelsea may have just pulled off the biggest transfer hijack of the summer, and we're the ones left wondering how this happened. For weeks, Morgan Rogers looked like one of our biggest attacking targets. Every update made it feel like Arsenal were building towards something serious. But David Ornstein is now reporting that Aston Villa have accepted Chelsea's staggering £117 million bid. The agreement is being finalised, and Rogers is already set for his medical on Monday. So after all those weeks of interest, how have we ended up watching Chelsea walk away with the player? Let's be honest, Gooners, this one hurts because Rogers never felt like another lazy transfer rumour. He looked like exactly the profile Arteta wanted: young, Premier League proven, powerful, versatile and ready to improve us immediately. If we were going to add another elite attacker this summer, Rogers always felt like one of the names at the very top of the list. That's why today's update feels so frustrating. Villa were never desperate to sell. With Rogers tied down until 2031, they held every bit of leverage, meaning this deal was only happening if somebody arrived with an offer too big to ignore. Chelsea didn't waste time trying to negotiate the price down. They simply threw £117 million on the table and completely changed the race. But here's the part that really leaves a bitter taste. According to Ornstein, we stayed interested right until the very end. It still wasn't enough. Rogers wanted Chelsea instead, with Xabi Alonso reportedly playing a huge role in convincing him that Stamford Bridge was the right move for his career. Chelsea didn't just convince Villa, they convinced the player too. And that's where this stops being Chelsea's story and becomes ours. If Rogers was genuinely one of Arteta's biggest priorities, why did we never reach the point Chelsea reached? Why were they agreeing the fee, winning over the player and booking the medical while we were still being linked with him? Those are questions our recruitment team cannot escape. And now, before everyone starts pointing fingers, let's be fair. £117 million is an absolutely staggering fee. Maybe Chelsea have just thrown ridiculous money at a problem because they refuse to lose another transfer battle. Maybe we looked at that number and decided there was simply no value left in the deal. If that's what happened, walking away isn't the problem. The problem comes next. Because if we were right to walk away from £117 million, then we'd better already have a better plan. We can't spend months chasing one of our biggest targets, lose him to one of our biggest rivals, and then spend the rest of the window talking about who's being monitored. That won't wash with supporters who expect this team to challenge for the Premier League again. That's why the next move suddenly becomes massive. If Andrea Berta responds with another elite attacker, this story changes overnight. Chelsea can keep the headlines while we focus on winning football matches. But if we fail to respond, every goal Rogers scores in blue will bring this transfer saga back into the conversation, and everyone will ask the same question all over again. Did we lose Morgan Rogers because Chelsea simply spent crazy money, or because we never acted when we had the chance? That's the debate every Arsenal fan is having right now. So where do you stand? Did Chelsea really rob us of one of our biggest targets, or were we right to walk away? And if Rogers is off the table, who should we sign next? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe to Arsenal Pulse, and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Gunners.